Welcome back, everybody, to day number 15, I think it is, and it will be the final day of G League Action Season 2 until the Grand Finals. The Grand Finals, from what I've heard, won't be happening until after the Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year, which will be, I believe it's a month and a half or 2 months from now. Something like that. It might be 1 month. I know the point is it's not coming to the next few days, that's for sure. It will be at the Shanghai...
LD Chuan told me it's in March.
March. So yeah, there might be a bit of a break after this, but it's been an awesome run. I'm LD. You just heard my co-caster Winter joining me today. And Winter, LGD China, the only way to say it is they are on the ropes right now. They are on the brink of being knocked out. And boy, do you not want to get knocked out this close? Because top two finish, even second place, $8,000. Third place, $3,000. And then first place, $30,000. So to not even have a chance at that money when you've come so close, oh, it's got to be frustrating. If that's how it ends for LGD China, they're going to be, I think, beside themselves a little bit. But hey, this is a test for them. They've got to step up. They've got to prove they can come back against IG. It is going to be a tall order, to put it mildly. So, Winter, how do you feel about their chances?
I don't feel too good about their chances. It's really difficult to win 3 games in a row against IG, the TI2 champs. It's very hard for them, but I still have some hope for LGD. They might spring something up, a few good games in a row. They need to bring out the best of everything from them, and who knows, they might be able to take 3 games in a row.
Yeah, I feel like they have to pull something at least special out of their pocket for game number 1. As we can see for game 1, IG a first pick. So that means IG, they can just leave, they can leave the Knicks and the Bat in the pool, and LGD pretty much have to ban at least one of those. Because if they don't and they give those away, it's going to be tough against IG. You don't want to give anybody those heroes, but especially not IG.
They have to ban Bat Rider and Nyx Assassin, so it will be up to IG what they want to leave in the pool.
Yeah, because IG, if they want, they can get rid of the mag, they can take it for themselves. And LGD won't have that obvious opening. So I feel like if they can get through this game 1, they get to game 2, then they have first pick, they'll be in a better spot. Like, this game is the key. Obviously, they get knocked out anyway if they lose, but if they win this game, then I could see them having a chance, because going into game 2, it's entirely possible they could take that game on the back of a really strong draft. That's been the issue for this team, though, in this series, is I feel like LGD China, yes, they got outplayed, but their strategies were too predictable, and IG just knew how to counter them completely.
No, it's the thing of being LGD China. They're always running the same thing over and over again and very repetitively, and it just comes to the point where sometimes you just know when and where are they going to do their pushes or the ganks, and even the hero and the lanings are also just textbook predictions. Everything is, you already know everything when you see who plays what, and it just sometimes becomes really difficult for them at the early laning phases, because the opponent can just lane something which they knew that they could take advantage of and punish LGD in the early phase.
And, you know, what makes it harder for when you're up against IG, with IG, you really don't know who's going to be playing what, because they have so many players that play multiple heroes. They're not afraid to switch up their strategy, go offensive tri-lane, go for a standard defensive tri-lane, have a dual roaming strategy. Chuan's played the junglers in the past, or just dual roaming with 2 very strong ganking supports. Ferrari's been on everything from the Templar Assassin to yesterday we saw the prowess of his mag, and he had a shaky start with that mag, but boy did he deliver in the clutch later on in the game. So with IG, they're not like LGD China where you know what's coming your way. They really run almost every kind of strategy and a very wide range of heroes for pretty much every player. Even look at their carry player, Zhou. Zhou's played everything from Shadow Fiend to Lone Druid. I mean, he's been pretty versatile as well. Even Enigma. And the offlane too, so they're not afraid to switch up the lanes either. Yeah, it's tough to draft against them. You really don't know what's coming with IG, but with LGD China, a lot more predictable. At least that's how it's been so far.
Wow, first ban Enigma.
Oh. They know Xiao 8 likes to run this mid.
What is the plan behind this ban?
Winter, I will remind you right now, make sure that you've turned on your mic in game, since I know sometimes you turn that off.
It's already turned on.
Okay, good. And hopefully it will work, guys. We spent like an hour and a half trying to tweak the in-game audio. It should be better. I tested it myself. It sounded okay. Hopefully he's the same volume as me. If he's not, Well, then it's just, out of our hands at this point. But we did our best, so hopefully it works. If you can't hear us at all, then let us know. We'll try toggling it on and off. But most likely it should be better today. So thanks to Winter for staying up until like 7 a.m. his time yesterday. Or today, I should say. Today, getting it
Today.
working.
Uh, okay, we're waiting for the second ban from IG. I think they're going to ban something. They're going to leave the pool very open, and I won't be sure if they're going to just ban out the mag or take it out themselves because LGD are definitely going for the mag if they're not going to ban it.
Yeah, if IG want to give that, LGD will take it. There's no question about that. And they leave the Knicks in the pool as well.
But yesterday during the game two, they actually had the mag LGD, but they didn't first pick it. They first picked the Darkseer instead. And here, this is what IG have banned over the mag, the Darkseer.
Knicks Assassin and that Keeper of the Light also. And I mentioned the Keeper of the Light because Faith has been sensational on that hero in the offensive tri-lanes. I don't think they'll first pick it necessarily. It wouldn't be a bad first pick versus LGD because they like to group up and push. But I think they'll go for something else like the Knicks or the Mag here.
I think based on what they picked before, it's a high chance that they'll just go for the Nyx Assassin. It's just something they like to run,
It's very versatile.
and it suits their style. More of a hero that's good in a lot of things in the game. He's good at ganking, good at the laning phase, and good at split pushing. And even 5-man Dota, and it's not that bad with the spike carapace.
Like you said, he's a jack of all trades. And they start with the Knicks, so no surprises. LGD China, let's see what they do here. They do have their access to the Mag. You figure the Mag +1, and the question is, what will that +1 be in this particular matchup? Because if they don't take Keeper of the Light, I can tell you what, IG's taking that, and then they're taking one more hero. Maybe something for Zhou, or the Luna. IG, well, they're probably not going for the Night Stalker now, because the Luna's been picked up. But IG, Keeper of the Light, a possibility here.
Keeper of the Light, Nyx Assassin, tri-lane. That's going to be very strong.
Panda an option as well if they want to get that for Ferrari.
I think they might just go for the Keeper and maybe even YYF Zero at this point because they want to keep options open for Ferrari. Whether he needs a game controller or something that's strong in the lane to dominate Xiao 8's hero. If Xiao 8 is using a tempo controller hero, probably they will go along those lines.
All right, guys, sorry about the in-game audio. We've done the best we can. Since it's still not working well for you guys, the only suggestion I have is to mute the in-game audio and listen on stream. I do apologize, but there's really nothing else we can change. I went through every single setting on Winter's computer and even remoted into his machine. So we do apologize for in-game audio, but for all of you watching on the stream, I don't want to turn this into a discussion of Dota TV, so sorry to those who paid for a ticket. You can listen on stream if you want more reliable audio. But IG, they are going to go for the Brewmaster. Interesting choice. A very, very strong tri-lane here, and also something that is difficult for Luna to lane against. And we haven't really seen Sylar go mid as that Luna, so I'm a little surprised they didn't opt for it here, to be honest.
But Rubik seems to be strong as well because of the spells. There's already 2 good spells he can steal. Eclipse and Reverse Polarity. Well, it could still work for them.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ultimates to steal in this game, that's for damn sure. If he can get his hands on that RP, oh boy, look out.
Right. Flashbacks.
And the Xiao 8 Beastmaster. So LGD China, I think they have to be happy with this draft. They got their teamfight controllers with the Beastmaster, the Mag. They got signature heroes for everybody. Sylar's Luna, Yao's Mag, Xiao 8's Beastmaster. You couldn't really ask for a better draft, and remember, they started with the second pick, so, IG, they tried to ban out the Enigma and Darkseer, but they let through a lot of other heroes that I think, personally, LGD China would rather have anyway.
The thing is, they already picked all their row 1 to row 3 heroes, and it's something I don't fancy a lot, because if you do that, you just can't switch around your draft later on, because you have already the three carries, and there's nothing much you can change in the lanes.
That's true.
Well, that's LGD. They like to do things. They like to do their style and repeat it over and over again. So everyone already knows what they're gonna do.
I mean, like you said, it's not ideal for a team that wants to be like flexible in the draft, but LGD China are more rigid. I think they'd rather get their heroes, even if it weakens their ability to change things up later on in the draft. So for most teams, yeah, I agree. But for LGD China, I feel like this is what they want anyway.
Yeah, they just want those heroes and they don't care about being not flexible in the draft. They just want the heroes that they prefer on Xiao 8 or even Sylar and definitely the Yao Magnus. They have all their best heroes, which I could say.
And let's see what's going to be that last Undying. Oh man, that hero. I still find it very strange how some teams first banning him, some teams just ignored him. Some games I think he's even gone unbanned and unpicked, but in this particular game, it's actually IG who banned it out. They want to go. This suggests they really want to go aggressive tri lane, and they don't want to have to deal with an Undying, as well as just the team fight of LGD.
Yeah, Undying provides a lot of team fight for LGD, and they're already showing that they are a very strong stick 5-man Dota. And if you add the Undying into the pool, it becomes something so strong in the fights. You have the zombies, you have the reverse polarity, you have the Eclipse, you have the Beastmaster Aura, you have the Hawk, and you have the Raw. You have so much to contribute in the team fights.
The one really nice thing as well is, well, if they let it through, the Rubik could steal it. So that would just be one more good ability for him to steal. What is IG going to go for? They still don't have Zhou's hero. We've seen him play Shadow Fiend a decent amount. Lojerd's banned, obviously. Aside from that, I'm trying to think. The Nakes is something they've turned to, but it's not in the pool. So
I think they would go for Shadow Fiend this game.
What do you think? You think Shadow Fiend?
Yeah, speed push. Because they have the Nyx Assassin and they have decent heroes to push out the lanes.
Oh no, boy.
Oh, this is the first time.
The fun ends here, says IG. LGD China, your run is over. Or that's what they hope with this anti-mage pick. And the this would allow them to go aggressive, because anti-mage can completely zone Magnus out of the lane. Luna's pretty weak against aggressive tri-lanes, and IG already has a fairly strong one with Nyx, Rubik +1. Brewmaster does decently against Beastmaster mid at worst. I think this is a smart pick from IG, because they can get that 1v1 matchup for their carry.
And I totally forget about anti-mage already for IG to pick up. They never picked this hero up for such a long time, and it's the best, if not the best, split pusher.
I'm very worried for LGD China. Their laning stage is going to be tough.
And it's going to be really difficult for them to kill the anti-mage. They only have all those, for now, the 3 heroes. All the strong ultimates to really pin the anti-mage down. They don't have something that... And there's no Shadow Demon in the pool. They don't have anything in particular in the supports that can really pin down the anti-mage.
And they needed more lockdown, Winter. You're going to get it. It's a Lion, but a hero that can be very weak against aggressive tri-lanes. I think the last time we saw Lion picked, the enemy team opted to go defensive tri-lane and let him get a ton of levels and farm, and it really came back to bite them in the ass. I don't think IG's going to do that.
And he's really good against those Manta illusions. The Voodoo and the Mana Drain just kills both of the illusions instantly.
Yeah, like you said, the Mana Drain as well as the Hex instantly. Well, I think the Mana Drain takes like 0.5 seconds or 0.25. The Hex is instant, of course. Leshrac the last pick, so it really could be that offensive tri-lane. Rubik, Leshrac plus Nyx is devastating.
Leshrac? Is it a farming Leshrac?
How would they? You think a mid Leshrac and a tri-lane Brewmaster?
We'll just see who plays it. They could still do that, but I highly doubt it, because you want Brewmaster to get his level 6 as soon as possible.
So if that's the
But definitely Brewmaster plus Nyx and Rubik is the stronger tri-lane.
Oh, you're saying the Brewmaster tri-lane is stronger?
Yes, than the Leshrac, because he's more tanky and the clap is stronger at early levels. Leshrac is stronger only if you get more levels. But during the first few levels, Brewmaster is the stronger lane with the Rubik and Nyx Assassin. But still, you want to give the Brewmaster the level 6 as soon as you can, so I don't think IG will run it in a tri-lane.
Oh, Sand King, the last choice. This has been Chuan's hero of preference in this tournament. Winter, we're going to see IG, the Sand King that's done so much for them, used against them. Can this hero have the same impact in the hands of LGD? It's going to be DD playing it. In some ways, a throwback to the International 2. Well, we saw him played it a lot, getting a fairly early blink, but that was a different, more passive style of metagame where you could get away with more farming-oriented, level-dependent supports. Let's see if LGD can pull it off here. LGD, the G1 League Season 4 champions, they're on the ropes. They are on the very brink of elimination. Xiao 8's going to have to muster his courage, men. He's going solo mid as Beastmaster. We have Yao on his signature mag. Do I even need to say Yao? I could just say this. Yao mag. Going bottom lane. Sylar on the Luna, rushing the Trago Boots. SC or DD on his Sand King. DDC on the Lion. Early Observers picked up on the Lion. Early Sentries and Smoke picked up on Sand King. And then what do we have over on the side of IG?
We have Faith on the Nyx Assassin, and it seems like it's going to be an aggressive tri lane with YYF on the Lashrock, Chuan on the Rubik, and for the mid lane of IG we have Ferrari on the Brewmaster, and on the safe lane we have Joe on his anti-mage. And I want to say something as well this game, LD. Look at all the impales. Nyx Assassin, the Lion, the Sand King,
and then
Rubik steals
and the
something.
Rubik.
You can see impales everywhere.
We're never going to be able to figure out which one was used, but that's okay. We'll just say Impale. Impale was used. So
It's gonna be stuns coming out of the ground everywhere.
And you know, the one thing I like about running this aggressive tri-lane is it really protects Ferrari, because they're not going to be able to go and smoke gank mid, most likely. Luna's very easy to tower dive. She doesn't really have something like the bear to tank the creeps and keep them away. And Sandkin and Lion are also very level dependent. So they have this smoke, but I really don't think they'll be able to use it.
They're fighting already, and Joe skilled his mana break, and if he would have stolen the illusion rune there, it would be very bad for Yao. Yao just used his skill to try and get the illusion rune, and he managed to get it.
It's still very bad for him, I have to say, in spite of that. He's out of mana. And remember, he's got to farm that bottle.
It could have been worse if
Yes.
Joe was the one who has the illusion. He's already skilled mana break, and the illusions will just burn everything and damage so much.
Well, let's see. This matchup, it is Yao playing the mag. He's really done well in his 1v1s this tournament, but generally this is a matchup where Anti-Mage is going to get absolute free farm and can even shut down the mag. And there's a Beastmaster mid. Xiao 8's going to need that courier a decent amount this game. He can't just expect for Yao to use it. Sure, they've been efficient with sharing it, but it's going to be a tough matchup for him. Mid lane, I would say overall pretty even, but this top lane, can Luna find any sort of farm? Look how defensively Sylar is positioned already.
Yeah, he's facing up against 3 strong spells that can disable him and potentially deal a lot of damage. He has to... Oh, they're going online.
Yeah, Lion. Oh, Faith whiffs the stun there. A rare mistake from him. Now DDC looking to capitalize. Impale City, and it's a first blood for LGD. Then the counter kill comes out. Boy, are they lucky that Impale whiffed. LGD get bailed out a little bit there, I have to say.
Yeah, if they would have lost the first blood there, I think even if he hit the first blood, it will still be 1 kill apiece, but it was a crucial kill to whoever gets the first blood.
You know, say what you will about IG, they're very aggressive. Even at level 1, they'll go for those kills time and time again, and, you know, in this case, it cost them. And that's going to give...
3 strong stuns at level 1, the telekinesis, and the split of that. You can see why they're going. Look at the 3 heroes of LGD. Also squishy.
And they really need levels. Like a hero like Lion, you need 2 levels to even have access to 2 disables. Luna, you can either have the Lucent Beam or the plus damage, but you can't have both at level 1. This is a hero that desperately needs level 2. So like you said, it makes sense that they're going for it. And bottom lane, off the bat, it's going decently for the mag. 6 and 4, the lane's gotten pushed into the tower. Zhou not really doing the best job of controlling it. And Mag's gonna have his bottle soon. In fact, probably off of this wave. So everything going decently well. Even mid lane is pretty even.
It was because of the early illusions rune that Yao managed to get it, and it helped him control in the lane better. If he was just a bit slow to that, and Joe, he got the rune, it would have been a completely different story. The last hits right now, 9-4 for the mag and 6-1 for the AM.
Ferrari is having a good time, and we see that smoke up on LGD China, but they're not going to look to go for this unless they get a couple more kills. Leaving Sylar alone is just a recipe for trouble, since AM should really be free farming in that bottom lane. Surprisingly still low on mana, but now Yao burning through most of his regen. He's got the bottle, but that's really only 1 shockwave at most. And he'll be forced to bottle Crow a little bit here. Middle lane, Xiao picked up a double damage. Anti-Mage was trying to contest that. And Ferrari, no mana for Clap. That's why Xiao being more aggressive. But you could see Brewmaster, with that point in Drunken Brawler, just a little bit better at bullying the Beastmaster in the lane. And they're doing that very efficient bottling again. Double bottle Crow Fairy.
I'm looking at it. The 2 bottles going back right now.
Yeah, it's just like this over and over. You can't see on the minimap, I guess, but it's just the great triangle.
I'm looking at the career, but flying back with 2 bottles, empty bottles.
This courier needs a raise, man, I'll tell you.
He's gonna deliver Xiao 8's boots ever. as well. And it's gonna be in time as well for the 4-minute rune. Such efficiency.
It will be in time, and Ferrari is going to be looking to push the lane, and he's got the clap. He can easily spam down the creeps. You'll notice he wants to hit Xiao 8 as well and really zone him back. If he hits this clap, Xiao 8 can't contest the rune. Xiao 8 won't actually fall victim to
He's
that.
going he can't contest it because the Brewmaster has more HP and he has a boots and he's just playing so aggressive on the hill, which stops Xiao 8 from going down to the rune.
And the courier now, it's really working overtime. Now it flies bottom. Surprise!
Not to mention, IG they have the aggressive tri lane. It will be more difficult for Xiao 8 to try and control the rune on the top side.
Yeah, because if Lion runs to try and grab that, he could easily be picked off by rotation for the
I don't think
Brewmaster.
he'll be even trying because
Yeah.
it's just too dangerous. It's too dangerous.
And also,
And you can see DD pulling. He just got a double pull on the small cam and the big cam here. It gives him a lot of levels already.
and IG weren't able to punish it when supports pull like this, especially doing the far pull. Oftentimes, the proper response is just a tower dive the carry or the support who's left near the lane. But they weren't able to do it. They went for a Rubik lift, but they didn't have the proper follow up. Chuan didn't actually pull him back away from the tower, and every time that fails, if they get just a couple more pulls off, I mean, look at the levels already. DDC's level 4. This offensive tri-lane very strong, and I really feel IG would have the advantage, but giving up that first blood and not shutting down these pulls is really allowing LGD to get more than they should.
And not to mention that LGD managed to deward here. There was a ward here for IG, and IG has no vision for now at the camp. And it's been very crucial for them. Without vision, they have no idea when the pull is happening and where are the supports. So they are playing a bit more cautious than they want to. If they have the vision up, I don't see them playing so cautious. They used to be very aggressive in their tri-lanes.
And Yao's already level 6. He can offer a lot more to this tri-lane. Remember, they've got the big 5-man lineup and Beastmaster. 2 points in Inner Beast. Xiao 8, we've seen a lot of the other Chinese Beastmasters. They go for 1 point in Inner Beast, then they start leveling up the Call of the Wild. But Xiao 8, almost like clockwork every single time. He's just maxing Inner Beast, at least getting 2 or 3 points in it early. Just really focused on the constant pressure in the lane.
And I'm a bit surprised that Zhou didn't even try to skill 1 point in Spell Shield because he helps with the Shockwave, but he doesn't have mana all the time. But look at the other heroes as well. Look at LGD's hero. There are so many spell damage on their side, and he's not taking any points in Spell Shield.
I want to compare the carries real quickly. When it comes to
Bottom lane.
oh, we roar on to Zhou. Yao doesn't actually have mana for the RP, and a blink away by Zhou with 9 HP. Throwing Beastmaster directly up in there. Chuan had the TP, and definitely bails him out. Even so, while that happens, it does buy a lot of space for Luna and the defensive tri-lane. So I would say even though the gank fails, still not too bad for LGD. Might even be a victory, because also AM, not able to farm. He will be tranquiling up under the tower. But creating a lot of space for this top lane.
We've seen this time and time again from Xiao 8 that he tries to gank somewhere, and even though he doesn't get the kill, and he forces some of the supports to TP down, and Sylar gets to farm at top lane.
Well, DD, he's got a smoke, he's got boots. The other thing is now they could look to smoke gank because this Luna doesn't need protection. The supports aren't here anymore. They will start to rotate back, but even by the time they do, Luna's getting to that point where you can't just run up and kill her necessarily. She's almost level 6, and once that happens, without the Brewmaster being there, it's very dangerous to go on the Luna. Mid lane, Xiaowei gets lifted up into a clap, into a panda. Oh, he doesn't have the roar, so he can't even roar any of the pandas. He's going to drop most likely here. A lot of damage being done. Thrown up in the air by the Cyclone. Bring him back down, and there he goes. Xiaowei dies, but he dies while roar's on cooldown, and they used the panda ult for it. Still a nice kill for IG, but timing could have been a little bit worse, I suppose.
Yeah, at least he could take home to the fact that at least they are forced to use the split to kill him. And there won't be another speed for another 2.5 minutes. At least Sylar and the other towers are safe at the moment because IG's lineup doesn't really allow them to take down towers that effectively without the panda speed.
This is a lineup that was more about lane control and then the split push from the anti-mage in the mid game, whereas LGD very heavily team fight focused.
YYF is already rotating to farm the neutrals. He realized he can't do anything at top after the two supports rotated around, and he just left Faith alone at top lane, and he's going to do jungling to get whatever he can. He's just very poor right now.
So IG, basically they're saying, we had this big opportunity early on, it didn't really go our way, so now we're going to back off. We're going to have to switch to a more defensive style. We can't really contest with the offensive tri-lane anymore. And LGD China, overall, of a big laning victory for them. Even though the score is 2-1 for IG, I feel like LGD China's coming out way on top because their tri-lane really looked like it would be at a huge disadvantage early on.
The good thing going on. Oh, top lane.
Top lane, Sylar gets caught by the Impale, then the Split Earth, but Luna has very high base move speed and will be able to escape. The Tranquil Boot's definitely helping out there as well.
Yeah, he has the Aquila and a magic wand up. It gives a lot of HP to him. And look at the wards of IG. It shows that they really want to have vision on the heroes moving from top lane and middle lane, because all the supports are in the jungle pulling. And look at the vision. It's focused on scouting out where the supports are moving about, even if they are camping in mid lane or top lane.
Speaking of supports, IG supports are on the hunt. Oh, but
lane.
they're already going in top. Faith is getting caught out here. YYF as well. Remember, the Panda's coming in. He doesn't have his blink. If they win this fight, that's going to be a blink ready. They need a telekinesis lift, and that'll be a kill. Almost certainly on whoever gets caught. They need to catch out Sylar here. He's the one you want to focus. If you don't, he can turn the fight with an Eclipse. He gets lifted just from the tree line. Into the clap. Burrow Strike. Where is it? Doesn't get it off, and then Faith is the one to throw out the Impale. Oh boy, 4 heroes converging on the top lane. Blink Dagger going to come after this tower. And YYF, even with just 1 point edict, look at the positioning. He's going to mow this tower down very quickly. And LGD, they go for the trade. Xiao 8 as well as Yao rotating bottom. It looks like they did peck off the AM at the same time that was happening.
They killed AM with both their ultimates.
It looks like they won't get the tower, but even so, I think LGD China, they're okay with this. That's not ideal, but the big concern, I suppose, Panda has his blink now, and the question is, what can they make happen with this blink? Also, with Roar and RP being on cooldown, this is a window of opportunity for IG. Let's see what they do with it.
They're going to definitely try to pressure down the mid tower right now because the split is up as well, and they don't have RP and Raw. Raw should be up in 30 seconds. It's up in 30 seconds, and the only thing LGD could do now is try to get more supports in middle. The only guy who can spam, the only 2 heroes who can spam right now is the Beastmaster X and the Shockwave. They need to rotate these 2 heroes down to middle if they want to defend and try to push the other lanes, unless they're just trying to forfeit. Oh, mid lane.
Mid lane going in on DD, not DDC. I'm actually glad he changed his name to SC. I should really start calling him that, but for some reason, I'm just old habits die hard. I liked it being DD and DDC, but it's
Bottom
also
lane.
very
Bottom
confusing.
lane.
Yeah, Zhou getting caught out here. They have a Finger of Death. It will be used immediately. Now the Roar and the Axes. Another kill in the AM. Luna's not being pressured at all. They are going for the trade, though. It looks like they're going to get mid. Tower will fall. So they're getting the tower gold for the AM, but in spite of that, these 2 deaths really setting him back. And Ferrari blinks into the pit. Blinked a little bit too far, but one of the arcane boots, it looks like. Not
Scared, he scared DD a bit there.
If there's a panda flying over your head, yeah, you better be scared, buddy. Flying pandas, something new every day.
Yeah, and I think Joe should have been more conservative there, because when his teammates were pushing the mid tower, there was no one defending. There was no one defending, and you as the carry, you have to know, if they are not defending, they're coming for you.
They're either coming for you, or they're just disconnecting from the game. Oh, I jinxed it. Now there's a pause.
Something, is it ping issue again?
Oh, I want to point out, Ferrari just denied this tower bottom.
Yeah, he denied it.
So they didn't get the last hit on it.
Which Chuan says, I don't know what's going on.
Chuan was telling you yesterday that he was secretly afraid that they would lose 3 games in a row to LGD China. You thought he was kidding, but
I think he was. He seemed like he was just kidding to me on Skype.
And Winter, your mic threshold, it's all the way to the left, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I need to change it?
No, no, in Dota, I mean. The mic threshold.
Yeah.
All the way to the left.
It's all the way to the left, yeah.
Yeah, no, don't change it. And then, if you go into your recording device audio settings, it is plus 20 decibels, right? In your Windows settings. Just make sure it is.
Yes, plus 20 decibels.
Alright, well, if we put it any higher, then Winter sounds like a robot, and you can't even understand him. So, that's the best we can do, guys. His threshold's all the way to the left. It's just Dota TV needing some tweaks at this point. Hopefully we'll have it sorted out for future events. But anyway, back inside the game. Looks like Xiao's going for the early mech. He's going to have it soon. Yao, Blink is next on the agenda for him. And the Panda has his Blink ult, but what have they actually done with this yet? They haven't gotten any kills. They did pressure down the tier 1 mid, but even then it was a bit of a trade. Because
Yeah,
AM
and
dies and you lose your tier 1 bottom, even if it's
it would be
denied.
more ideal for IG if AM didn't die because it was just at a situation where he should have known what was coming towards him. It was just a bit of minor mistake, not paying attention to the map for a short moment, and he got picked off by the Lion and Beastmaster. And again, the same situation, another two ultis blown just on the anti-mage.
Well, why not if IG's not really able to punish you for it fully, and so far they haven't been able to find that punishment. Faith is ulted up. He's in Vendetta form. He wants DDC. DDC has a Sentry. This may be a pickoff here. Blake in from Ferrari. There's your clap. Now the auto attack, and down he will go. Big initiation there. A level 7 Lion. Wow, level 7 Lion. He was against an offensive tri-lane. He really had a good start. That's a big kill.
Yeah, they got two kills for him, and he was pulling as well before. It got him a lot of levels.
Oh, Ferrari is forced to TP top. This could be an opening for LGD, and it looks like they will. Yeah, they will look to defend the tower now because Ferrari left the push.
Yeah, but they weren't able to get anything accomplished there, and
I got
IG backed off. And I hope that there won't be too many of meaningless buybacks for LGD this game. They have to use every bit of economical advantage they have from the lanes and not just spend it on buybacks without accomplishing anything.
I wonder if they should have sent a support top and leave Ferrari bottom so they can really look to get the tower, because they've had this Blink Panda ult for a while and they haven't done anything with it.
Yeah, and it's just 2 levels on Edict, 2 points on Edict right now. It's not that easy for them to take any towers because all the other heroes are just heroes that dominate in the lane and just kills everyone else, and it's not really too ideal to take down towers.
Yeah, they don't have those supports like the Keeper of the Light who can just farm up your core items really quickly, the mech. It was a different draft from IG. It looked like it would be very powerful in the lane.
I think Xiao 8 might be caught here if he goes down. Oh dear. No,
he'll be okay. And meanwhile, the boar split pushing away.
Look at the match of LGD. Sentries on that two side, and they're waiting behind the tower.
Welcome to playing versus Nyx Assassin 101.
Do they still have any more sentries to place in the lanes? I think they used everything. Yeah, they don't have any more.
So AM, after really being slowed down, how far behind the Luna is he at this point? It's almost 1.5k. That's a lot. They could look to initiate here, perhaps. You can see Ferrari waiting in the wings. He's got that blink clap. Oh, he could have gone on Xiao 8 there.
No, you see the Xiao 8, he was trying to raw Faith, but the moment Faith, he activated his spike carriers, he just used stop. Bit of a play there.
That would have been an interesting fight, because Ferrari was waiting to counter-initiate or to start the fight, and Mag was also waiting to counter that too, so... Yeah, going in on Yao. Where's the Impale? It's a long-range Impale. Now the Monobird clap on two. Ferrari, where's the ult? He's still not using it. Now he gets roared. Yao's driven back. Xiao 8 charges in. Ferrari hasted away. He's trying to escape. In comes the Eclipse. Yeah, didn't actually do that much. Felt like it wasn't really an Eclipse. Blanket by Ferrari again with the clap, but this time he melts. He doesn't get the ult off. Greedy Ferrari wanted the clap ult combo, not just ulting. Pays for it there. Now Zhou giving chase. He's got the Ivana Void. Can he find a good here to use it on? He will DDC, dropping low, but gets off another Impale. Meanwhile, Faith will fall. There's your RP. Everyone from IG overextending. Now the epicenter being channeled. 3 heroes dead, 4 heroes dead, and they didn't even kill the damn Lion. Zhou needed to auto-attack once more, but what a disaster. Ferrari blinks in, goes for a secondary clap, doesn't get the ult off, and then the fight was over.
Yeah, because of the split, they didn't have anything else. Even though LGD, they blew 2 ultis before. They used the Raw and the Eclipse to try to kill Ferrari beforehand, but they didn't accomplish anything. But when Ferrari blinked in, he didn't manage to get his split off, and they paid the heavy price for it because there's so much disables on the LGD side, and you could see Zhou is getting very worried of it. He skilled 4 points on spell shield already. When I was saying that why he wasn't skilling it before.
He heard you. Lane wards are placed here. This just lets IG know what Zhou's up to. And in comes the Nyx Assassin. What's Xiao 8? Can he get in range? Will they go on this? Oh boy, Xiao 8 has been pretty real good with his positioning this tournament, but he will drop here. One more auto attack. Zhou gets a much needed kill. Because we look at Zhou right now, he's 1-2 with 0 assists, and he's been joining the fights in the last push. He was there, so he wasn't split pushing. He really needed that kill. Look how late his Battle Fury is.
Battle Fury is gonna be so late. Does he even have a broadsword yet? No, he needs a broadsword and a void stone.
Yeah, this is gonna be like a 20-minute Battle Fury. Maybe a little bit sooner if he gets this tier 2 tower.
Yeah, he needs another 700 goal right now.
Here comes the push. We see Yao waiting mid. He's now going to rotate, but this tower may just drop. Panda ult is back up. Or back up, I say. He never actually got to use it, so of course it's still up. And they're trying to take advantage of that, but
I think
RP is coming
LGD are
soon.
gonna try to fight here.
Oh,
Oh no,
AM's
they're
TPing
backing
out.
up.
And this just by this they defend these towers again. Just forcing IG back. And
IG.
for LGD, the BKB is about to be up on Luna, the mech's gonna be up on the Beastmaster, the Blink Dagger's up on Yao now if he goes for it. Their team fight just got really filthy, and they may be able to win a big team fight to go for Roche. Oh boy.
Mid lane, smoke.
Oh boy, DDC, don't walk in the river. The river is lava. DDC's in trouble. Now on to Xiao who's getting caught out by the boulder toss. Lion will drop first. Now they want Xiao Chuan's running away. What can he steal in this fight? He stole Roar. He's going to look to use it on Yao right now. He does roar him while the RP is being cast. In comes DDC though. Eclipse is here. And because anti-mage TP top, that fight just didn't look good for them. Now Ferrari wants to get away. Is there a Lucent Beam? There is. And Chuan can do nothing but watch. Wow, didn't even get the... that was an amazing play by Chuan, canceling the RP there, and still a great fight for LGD when it's all said and done.
Not to mention, Sylar got out so much gold from that triple kill for when he's up to
Look at his net worth.
another 1.3k. He just got his BKB and he has another 1.3k.
Boy, that does show you, though, that Rubik can turn these fights around. Chuan, his positioning is one of his real strengths. What he plays here is like Sankey to Rubik. His timing, one of the best for support players in the world, and delivers with that roar. If he could steal an RP, that could really turn this game. We'll see. They're likely to focus him.
He needs to steal something better than a raw because they have so much disable, and if you roll the mag, there's still the impale, there's still the barrel strike, there's the Lucent Beam and the Eclipse. There's too many things there. The raw doesn't cut it enough to help his team. He needs something bigger.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because remember how the fight started? DDC just died. He didn't get to use that impale on multiple heroes.
I think he did drop his impale before he died.
Yeah,
no,
but it wasn't a big impale. It wasn't like a fight-changing impale. He just threw it out as he was about to die anyway. And in spite of that, the fight still went well for LGD. So maybe the Burrow Strike is what he really needs. If not that, then perhaps the RP. But I say all these things. Chuan's pretty squishy at this point. He's only got 800 health. He's an offensive tri-lane support Rubik. This is not normally how you get fat on that Rubik. Only 19 CS, only level 9, 20 minutes in.
Three kills to his name helps a lot.
Yeah, without that he'd be very poor, but with it, the Force Staff not too far off.
And they are just one tower ahead right now of LGD. So it's economically wise, I'm checking, but IG is still ahead in 2.5 by 2.5 Diego.
It really doesn't feel like it though. You know, I'm trying to figure out where the gold is coming from because Luna's
It's more collective. They have more goal as a team, but for LGD, it's more focused on Sylar.
They're up by one tower, and they got the tower denied bottom, so I guess that's the other reason.
Yeah, and the reason is also being, which I said before, IG is more focused on spreading the gold
Evenly.
all over the team. Yeah, and for LGD, it's just Sylar, the one person having a lot of gold.
Well, he does have a lot. He's up to a Yasha already. Anti-Mage picked up his Battle Fury about a minute and a half ago at this point. And Joe up to another 500 gold. He's joining his team again. I'm surprised he's not split pushing. It shows, yeah, they're pushing the tower. Can they get this? Sylar's coming in. He's got a BKB. Yao's got the Blink RP as well. But Sylar will be driven back. Now he's roared. The roar stolen by Chuan. That's a big roar. RP comes in. Catches the entire team pretty much. Well, 3 heroes anyway. A big RP. The epicenter was canceled there by Zhou. Now Zhou blinks forward. Once Yao. This Panda ult is really doing work. That RP, there was just no follow-up. The Epi not able to get it off. Now DDC in trouble. DDC is going to drop. IG just using their superior team play. Winning a massive fight there. What a Panda ultimate. And even with that big RP, there was just no follow-up.
He started out with a good impale. Faith was hiding in the trees right here, and he used his impale to get Sylar right there. Sylar didn't expect it, and he didn't manage to use his BKB, and he got burst down with the raw Chuan stole before, and Chuan even stole Finger of Death in that fight.
If you asked your average Dota player, looking at the team fight of LGD, they had the bigger team fight. Sure, IG have a lot of great disables, Rubik a lot of spells he can steal, but it's like you said, it really came down to the positioning, the play of the supports. It was much more the timing than just a natural team fight advantage for IG. They just outplayed LGD in that fight. And off of it, Winter, they get racks. IG, they can taste that trip to Shanghai. They want to be playing at the Mercedes-Benz Center fighting for $30,000 first place prize for the G League Season 2. They're close, man. LGD now, they're on the ropes. They gotta find a way back into this game.
Yeah, it was really well played by Fate there. He started it and he made a great opening, even though Yao got a four-man RP. Four-man RP. That's not even a joke, four-man. And they still couldn't win the fight because Luna died so early on, and he didn't get his Eclipse off. There was no form of
No
big AoE
damage.
damage.
And
Yeah.
the Sand King Epicenter was cancelled by a Mana Void as well, so they didn't get that either. That's another decent form of damage. Because IG, still no mech, they only just got a BKB on YYF, I believe.
Yeah, they don't have a mecha, and I don't know who's gonna build it. It seems like they don't have any right candidate to build the mech. But
It could
no,
be Faith. Oh yeah, Faith is building it.
he's getting it.
Chuan says, "I'm gonna be carry this game. I'll carry the gem. I'll have the force staff. You can buy all the true support items, Faith." As that 5 position.
He is after all the fourth position, so
Yeah.
he's the rich support.
It must be even the 4th position. You know, it's such a totem pole. You know, if you're 4th position, you yell at 5th position. Buy some more wards. Get me a gem. If you're 3rd position, you yell at the 4th position all the way down the line. Not a very good team dynamic.
So technically, the first position yells at everyone.
Exactly. Zhou's having a grand old time. It's funny because Zhou is not a yeller from what I've seen. It's Ferrari who talks a lot more.
He's gonna fight here.
Lion starts with the Hex, but he doesn't actually have backup yet. Now the backup comes in. They want Faith. Big, well, nope, not a very big RP to be honest. YWF gets caught. There's your Panda ult though. Zoning out a few heroes. Now the RP thrown, stolen by Chuan, going the other way in this fight. Sylar on the back foot. Burrow striking through, but not really doing anything. Sylar's gonna drop again. The Eclipse was used, didn't really do any damage. LGD just getting absolutely outmaneuvered in the fights, and this is why generally you don't see teams initiate on Nyx Assassin when there's other crucial heroes in the fight. Great positioning from Chuan there, stealing the RP, but I felt like they had almost won the fight before that happened anyway.
Yeah, because Lion was... I was very surprised the way he was walking. He was walking alone right here, and his other teammates was all over here behind. I'm drawing X's on the map.
Yeah, they were they were even, like, when Lion was there, yeah, he was, like, right back, like, right over here in this area. So they were not in position at all.
I think it's very, very much IG's game already. I don't know.
You sound a
if they
little
can come back.
sad.
Yeah, I'm really sad for them because they did play very well at the start, and IG make a couple of mistakes that cost them the lanings, and so a bit of luck for Yao. He got the early illusion rune denying Joe it, and he had a very good start in the lane.
And that's a tough
normally
matchup
see
for
Max-
Meg.
Yeah, you usually see Max having a very hard time against the anti-mage at the early phase.
Just a
And
couple.
they got 2 kills on the anti-mage with 4 ultimates.
And all of a sudden, that anti-mage has more net worth than Luna. It feels like they didn't even gank him. I mean, well, not really, because his item progression is still a bit slower than it would be with free farm. But nonetheless, IG, they're looking good now at this point, and it's going to be tough. LGD, they do have some good late-game supports with Sand King and Lion. Especially having Hex is really important against the hero like anti-mage. You mentioned it can do it with the illusions. I feel they still have a chance this game. They're one of the best defensive teams. They've shown that previously in this tournament, even when they were really far behind against Vici Gaming, but this ain't Vici Gaming. This is Invictus Gaming. This is a much more experienced team. The top dogs in the Chinese scene. A comeback is going to be much harder to mount, but if anyone could do it, it's probably LGD. But how many more towers can they give up?
You want to mention it's having faith in the Yao Mag.
It's also having faith in Sylar though, because he's got to be in the right position to combo with the Mag, and we haven't seen that yet. Even if Yao hits the perfect RP, there's got to be that follow-up. That's what they really need. Here comes the fight onto DD. He just gets melted down instantly. Sylar comes in, but the anti-mage illusions as well as... Oh, everything's getting tanked. The Eclipse not doing as much as they would like. Can Sylar bring them down? The Panta ult now drop. There's your RP. Only on Zhou, and Zhou may be able to blink away. No, he's chained sub. Remember, he's got the Aegis. Sylar, on the other hand, no Aegis for him. He will fall. Now onto DD. Is there a boulder toss? It's cooling down. Zhou says, let me clean that one up for you, mister. They jump forward. Out of manas, DDC. Is he out of options? Burrow Strike stolen by Chuan. Used a great effect there. LGD getting overrun. It feels like they're on the ropes here. They may be knocked out with this fight. I don't know if they have any gas left in the tank. Xiaowin dropping low. Zhou doing the right clicks here, just slicing and dicing and chopping him apart. Zhou is suddenly fat as all hell. Sylar's rejoined the fight. He bought back for this. Can he make something big happen? even if he gets a couple of kills here, remember, Anti-Mage got a bunch and hasn't bought back yet. He's going to be way ahead in items, but it looks like Ferrari may get picked off. He will. Triple for Sylar. They defend Rax, considering there was an Aegis on the Anti-Mage. Not too bad of a fight for LGD. Still, they did force Sylar to buy back.
It seems like it was, again, it would be a very good initiation from the next assassin. Fit, he just walked forward, he saw the Sand King, and the first thing he did was activate his spike carapace. And the Sand King saw it and he just retreated right away because knowing that if he stuns the next assassin, it wouldn't be good for him. But he just walked and he didn't use Barrel Strike to Barrel Strike behind, and Faith was able to impale him first and being able to initiate the fight on the Sand King. And that was how the fight started. Faith again with a wonderful initiation, but the buybacks from Sylar ensured that they were able to win that fight. And they actually lost the gem because Tron died.
Yeah, they lost the gem. That's the other. I mean, that really makes the gold graph not tell the full story of that fight. It's actually a decent swing. I mean, you can call it like 2,000, maybe 2,500 gold swing. Who else bought back? Did anybody else? It looks like Sand King did as well. So they actually had 2 buybacks in that fight. But still, I think LGD have to be pretty happy with that fight, the way it turned out. It looked really bad for them, because Luna Eclipse was completely tanked by the Anti-Mage Illusions. It didn't do any damage. Then they had to blow so many abilities to bring the AM down, including just a 1-hero RP. But IG, they really overextended. They dove too far. They weren't anticipating the buybacks, and as a result, LGD kind of got bailed out by IG's overaggression.
Yeah, but they used 2 buybacks. At least they got 3 kills on Sylar. He already finished up his Manta because of that.
And so is Anti-Mage.
He still needs, he needs really another big item like a butterfly to deal with the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage will just split push faster at this point.
And it's also safer to split push.
Well, I won't say safer because LGD's heroes can catch him out really easy if they have so much disable to kill him.
That's true, but can they catch him? That's the question. That Anti-Mage is slippery one. Yeah, they're all lurking on the high ground right now. And IG, they don't actually have vision, but they have a sense for where these heroes are.
Yeah, and they don't have a gem, so they're a bit worried about trying to go in at deep positions right there. I think they're going to be more content farming out and trying to split push the lanes.
Roshan's still 5 minutes away at this point. All the ultimates back online. The teams are going to reset here.
Yeah, LGD has to push out their lanes as well because the Rax was down and bottom the creeps are pushing in naturally and they need to deal with it. The other 2 lanes is going to be pushed by the Anti-Mage and his teammates.
I want to point out, if you look at the supports, the items are really a big difference. I mean, even comparing the Beastmaster to the Panda at this point, Ferrari, a good 3.5k gold ahead. He's got an Ags and soon his level 3 ultimate. And then the other supports, look how poor the Sand King as well as the Lion are. The Sand King with that buyback, Blink Dagger's nowhere in sight. I'm a little worried about LGD supports. Are they really going to be able to contribute anything in these next fights? They may just get burst down immediately and be collateral damage. They're so underfarmed compared to IG.
It comes down to their positional play. But it's going to be very difficult because you have the Anti-Mage and a blinking Panda.
And the ability to just assassinate supports is really high for IG. Because they have Anti-Mage, they have the more mobile carry in the team fight. Whereas, sure, you've got Luna, she's a really great team fight carry, but she's not going to be able to run heroes down and just isolate them, pick them off the way that an Anti-Mage can.
Yeah, Anti-Mage is one of the most mobile carries, having the blink. And the Mana Void and Mana Break combo really allows him to take down supports like Lion very, very quickly.
That being said, Joe did get caught out and RP'd in the fight, and we'll have to see. And the other thing that's worth mentioning is YYF has a BKB and a Soul Booster, and it looks like it will be a Bloodstone next for him. And if this game goes longer and longer, that late game Leshrac can be a very potent secondary carry. YYF's already getting there with these items.
Yeah, we didn't really mention about him the whole game. It was all about more focus on the Luna, the Panda, and the Anti-Mage.
I think the last time I really had a chance to look at his items, he had just an Arcane Boots Bracer Wand and a TP. Boy, has he grown since then. This little Leshrac is all grown up.
He's not a little Leshrac anymore.
He should be like 10 feet tall. Maybe not quite that big, but bigger. Bigger. Alright, Winter, yeah. So the game settles down into a much more passive farming style. LGD is down 1 lane of Rax. They constantly have to deal with the bottom lane push. Roshan comes up in 3 or 4 minutes here. It looks like maybe 3.5. And that next Roshan, can LGD contest it? Can they afford not to contest it?
They have to contest it, I think, and depending on their situation, because if IG has Aegis on anti-mage, she can just be such a boss and backdoor the other lanes. I don't think they should just give it to IG without contesting it. They have to fight it. They have Gem, better map control, they have the Beastmaster, and in the congested area, their ultimates fare better than IG. The Mag and the Epicenter from the Sand King.
Yeah, there's really only the Panda ult that does a similar thing, but even then, it's not as devastating to a big team. It's more of just let's lock down supports and isolate them one at a time. Zhou's up to the heart, pretty much. Yeah, he's got it now.
Yeah, you have to count that if the Rubik steals the RP, but if IG are the ones inside the pit committing first, and LGD is able to get something huge with the RP, like we seen before the other day, BG against Tongfu, and it could be one deadly RP in the rush pit.
One RP to rule them all. That's what LGD wants, or well, that's what IG would love to steal as well. Oh man, Chuan, he could be the hero first team. He's still in Roar, but like you said, you need that AoE control at this point. Even a Burrow Strike could be game-changing, though, if he can steal that at the right moment.
Yeah, because they need more initiation in form of AoE stuns, where you are able to stun more, so that the Lashrock and NA are able to follow up with their AoE spells. It's more ideal for him to steal a Burrow Strike or even a RP.
Zhou is going to start sieging the tower. The heart is the perfect sieging item. In goes Faith. He Burrow Strikes to start this off on Xiao 8. Now Ferrari jumps in. They're zoning back everybody. Lion's getting focused down. There's the RP that was stolen by Chuan, and he catches 3. This could be the end. Yao wanted to go in there and unfortunately gives away the RP, and with that, I think the fight, DD dead. Double buyback. Beastmaster buys back, but all he can do is roar Zhou, who's still got a heart and really doesn't care about this. And Yao, no RP. What can a buyback mag with no RP do? The answer is not that much, but they may just be able to drive everybody back. Luna's bought back as well, so that's a triple buyback. Is it? I think it's a triple buyback. Gem's on the floor. They're just going to abandon ship, look to get out of here. Xiao does recover his gem, but even then, it's just recovery one he had already purchased. And Roshan respawns right at this moment. There's no RP. The epicenter hasn't been used, but I don't really know that it does anything at this point. Zhou is very tanky. Oh boy. The siege just looks to be going to IG.
No, it's already close to the percentage of LGD coming back is getting closer and closer to none already.
The story of this series is seeming to be live by the RP, die by the RP. LGD China has been living by it all tournament long, but they appear to be dying by it here. We saw yesterday that Ferrari's RPs really did the main. In comes DDC. He's going to start on YYF, but he's kind of caught out here. Just melts instantly, isolated from his team. They tried to take 2 separate paths. Sylar's got the BKB. He doesn't have Eclipse, though. In comes Yao. A nice skewer, but all he's trying to do is get a way out for Sylar, and the problem is there's no way out when Zhou is on the hunt. GG, LGD China are defeated. They had to wait an extra day for this, but they're going home. 3-0 victory for IG. Winter, we're going to get the matchup the one matchup we haven't seen yet. Ultra kill for Zhou. It's going to be IG versus LGD International. Can LGD International avenge their fallen brothers from the Chinese squad in the finals? Or will IG just roll to yet another tournament win? We'll find out in a couple of months, it sounds like. Boy, how can they really make us wait that long? The suspense is killing me.
The 2 supports of IG, really both are the MVPs for this game. Faith yet again set up his team for the fight. The last fight he engaged on the Beastmaster, and the Panda just followed up to clap, and it was such a good engagement that LGD had to use 3 buybacks to even try to defend off the push.
And you saw the problem with having those really underfarmed, underleveled supports is Yao couldn't wait as long as he would like. He had to go in, and also it's harder to catch the Rubik in RP because he's got a Force Staff, so he can just sit farther away from the fights. And because Yao had to go in sooner, he gave away RP. He also didn't find that perfect opening. In a lot of previous games, we've seen their teams much more farmed. Yao could be much more deliberate with his timing, but in that game, his feet were held to the fire. He didn't have a choice. He had to go in. And IG were waiting. They were prepared for his Magnus today, and they punished it.
Yeah, these 2 supports on LGD are just too poor. They have to position themselves so near to the fights that they're always getting caught out by Fate. He really played very extremely well to start up the fights all the time. You don't. It's not that easy because he doesn't have a dagger and he's just playing himself, putting himself in all those positions that gives his team the edge. And he played very well. I have to put my hand down to him.
Yeah, you got to just say LGD wasn't their best showing, but also IG did play exceptionally well throughout this tournament. They're looking very solid. Can LGD International be that team that gives them trouble? IG actually said in an interview, which was translated, it was from a Chinese website, I forget. I think it was Faith. Somebody from IG said that they actually thought LGD China was the stronger team overall. They think LGD International is a little bit more novel with their tactics, but they actually consider LGD China stronger. Will that prove to be true, or will IG eat their words? We're going to have to wait a little while to find out, but hey, man, I got to say, LGD International has looked pretty strong. I would not put it out of the realm of possibility they can beat IG, but IG will be heavy favorites coming to that series. There's no question about that.
I just wish that it would come sooner, the final.
The wait
A
is
bit.
killing me already.
Because it's gonna be so long and a lot of things would change. The strategies adjust. 2 months is a long time.
Yeah, for all we know, there will be a 6.78 by then as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I can't really show you post-game interviews or anything because none of the Chinese streams are working for me, so I'm sorry it ends like this. If I can get them up and running, I will put them up on the stream, but otherwise, that wraps it up for today's coverage of the G League, and in fact, it wraps it up for the G League Season 2. The only match left is the best one, the Grand Finals. That's what we have to look forward to. The dates and times for that have not been announced yet. As soon as we know, we'll let you know. But LGD China, they get knocked out in the semifinals. They will not be able to fight for a second championship at the G League. They took the G1 League. They took one of the smaller tournaments. When it comes to money, one of the bigger ones. But when it comes to prestige, the G League is definitely ahead of G1 so far. And IG looking to come back here and take down LGD International, the up-and-comers from Europe, from North America. Can LGD International do it? Will they have enough time to train? Can LGD China maybe teach them a few tricks? We'll find out, but not today. For today, IG know they're going to Shanghai. They're going to the Mercedes-Benz Center, and LGD International will be waiting for them there. I'm LD. He's Winter. We are Beyond the Summit. And for now, we're signing off, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate all the support. We love you guys, and are very grateful that you've chosen to watch our coverage of the G League this far in. So hopefully we'll be seeing you in Shanghai, or at least covering those games in a month or two. But for now, that wraps it up. Winter, any final thoughts, parting words for the viewers?
Can IG be the ones that sends both of the LGD teams packing, or can LGD avenge their brothers? That would be the story of the finals.
And on that note, we bid you a wonderful night, a great day. We'll see you guys soon. But for now, G League Grand Finals await. The playoffs are otherwise over. Congratulations to Invictus Gaming and LGD International. They will be your top two teams in this tournament.